Can't be young. This, not rock. Dark Lantern. Who's gaming?
Hey guys, welcome back to Hit Points Gaming, our second podcast today. How's everyone doing?
Excellent. I'm doing good here.
Good. So before we get into a topic, we're just going to talk about kind of what's going on with each other right now. Personally, I've been playing some Dark Souls 3 DLC, and it is fantastic. Being as it's going to be the send-off, basically, of the series as of right now, they're saying they're not going to do any more. This right now, as far as I'm on like the second boss of 4, and it's really good. So I'm really enjoying that right now. What about you, Chris? What are you up to?
I've been playing. I picked up the recent Humble Bundle, so I've been playing Helldivers on Steam. It's also on PS4, but man, it's really good.
It's was going to try to get into that as well.
Oh, you should pick it up. It's like up to 4 players. You can play online. You can play like couch co-op. You can even do like 2 people the same computer and 2 people like on the internet. It's like a third person. You're just kind of going out and exploring like this world and fighting bugs or the Protoss or like cyborgs. It's a lot of fun. It's really, really good. I've been playing with Triple and James, and I can't wait for this to be over to go play, actually.
Wow.
I was actually going to get into it. I heard about it, and I think it's awesome, by the way, that you mentioned they have all those different co-op options, because that's non-existent in our current era.
Yeah, because a lot of like these like indie games, like these smaller games, they have just couch co-op.
Right.
You know, and they're absolutely no good for me. But this is awesome. Like, we're having a really good time. We're maybe a week in, maybe like 10 hours of gameplay, and it's really fun.
What do you know about that game, Corey?
You know what? I was going to pick it up, and I saw some of the videos, but what do you do? It just seems like it would probably be another rinse and repeat. What's different?
Yeah, it's kind of like you everything's like procedurally generated, they say. So every world's going to be different.
Okay.
But you kind of have a loadout. You level your guy up. You start with different weapons, like different like strikes you can call in. So like it's kind of cool too because there's always friendly fire is always on.
I think that's the coolest part.
It's kind of fun until Kevin's shooting the shotgun, and you're just and he just turns around and fires in the back of your head, you know. And,
yeah.
And then he drops something from like you can drop like airstrikes or like additional like ammo or reinforcements or something from the sky.
Okay.
And it takes like 5 or 10 seconds for it to land, you know. But you're fighting like 20 dudes, and they keep respawning, you know. So it's like you got to do your objective. There's like objectives on the map. Mm-hmm. You have to either find them or it tells you where to go, and then you have this thing drop in on top of you and kills you. Now they have to call in for your reinforcements, like your clone, to come in.
Okay.
It's hectic. It's fun. It's a lot of fun with like people you know. Like we're in Mumble, like don't be caught, don't do that, or get out of the way. You know, it's cool. It's a lot of fun for $10 on the Humble Bundle. You can't.
That's
go wrong.
awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. I just think the timing's really rough right now. I'm playing Horizon.
Okay.
And when I'm not playing Horizon, I'm playing Zelda on the Switch portably. So it's like finding time to put those 2 games down.
That's hard.
To have a lot of fun with my friends and have them yell at me. You know, that's a tough choice.
It's hard. It's hard. Besides, you know, Dark Souls being the main game, I could jump into Elite Dangerous. Mm-hmm. I'm always jumping into Street Fighter, even though I just have so much disdain for that game. I even re-downloaded Street Fighter 4. I've been playing Street Fighter 4. And For Honor. I go back to For Honor, and then I lose a couple games, and then I go back to something else. Like, can't lose in Elite Dangerous, right? Like, you just... So, anything else, Corey?
The one thing that I want to bring up is kind of this sleeper game that our friend Gabe picked up while we were at PAX. He actually came over the other day, and we played it. It's called Clank from Renegade Games.
Oh my god, dude! I have video of that game.
Okay. It is awesome. The most
like Ratchet and Clank kind of Clank.
No.
Wait, I think it's this. That's
okay. It's a board game.
Nope, not it.
Okay.
Not even close.
All right.
Mine's called Clang. Mine's called Clang. It's like a rhythm platformer.
Okay, definitely not that. It's
Okay.
Clank. So it's a deck building style game like Dominion. I don't know if any of you guys have really played like a deck builder, and I'll go into that. Meets like a dungeon crawler. So it's 2 different types of style of game. So everyone starts off with like the same deck of 10 cards. and on your turn you get to draw 5 of them, and those are your actions. Whether it's like, move 3 spaces. Like there's 3 cards that are like move a space, making noise, or like purchasing abilities. So you're a thief trying to physically go down to this dungeon, and you're making noise, trying not to wake up the dragon. So kind of like Don't Wake Daddy.
Okay.
That's what it feels like. And you're trying to, it's pretty cool because you're moving a physical piece down on the board through this dungeon space. And you're, like I said, you're trying to collect treasure, which is basically like victory points. And every turn you're buying new cards to purchase, and then they go into your deck. And then when you run out of cards, you reshuffle. And now I've got better cards in my deck, so I have more options. But the coolest thing is making this noise. So the more that you do, so you can like run into the dungeon, make as much noise as you want, collect all this treasure, but every time you make noise, you have to put a little cube inside of a bag. And then when the dragon comes out and like wakes up or attacks, you have to reach into the bag and pull out a certain number of cubes. And you're trying not to pull yours out, because every time you pull yours out,
that's awesome.
You take a damage. So you can go really quiet and slow and hope that other people are making like lots of noise, but also are getting caught by the dragon. So I just felt so excited reaching into this bag, making a ton of noise, trying not to be seen. We just had a blast. And as soon as we were done with it, it was maybe about an hour long. We just hopped right into another game. And there's a one level of the board, and then if you flip it over, it's a completely different level. So there's like different strategy involved. And we played 3 players. It's up to 4, but we just had a blast playing it, and looking forward to playing it again.
That sounds mad fun.
Yes.
It sounds like, what's that game? The one where you're trying to find the path to the center where the dragon's sleeping?
Yes, exactly. A fantasy flight game.
They all,
Yeah, exactly. Dungeon something. And I'll think about it in the next 10 minutes. I know the name.
Okay.
But like you can step out one step in that game and just die. Like you fall in the pit and then you're out of the game. You're not really out of the game in this one, which is pretty cool. And even if you die, if you make it out like halfway, so you're not in the dungeon, you're kind of in like the second half of the board, like kind of in the castle. If you die, your victory points still stand, and then other people have to try and get out, because you can run into the dungeon, grab a quick piece of loot, and then escape, and then you kind of start like a timer, and other guys have to rush out before the dragon kills everything. So you can kind of like make the game shorter if you wanted to try and do that strategy, or try and go for as long as you can. So
that
cool.
Sounds really cool.
It's cool. I really want to try it with 4 players. I think it would be a lot of fun.
Oh, it's just you 2?
3 of us we played.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's awesome. Chris, got anything you want to mention before we get to the topic?
I don't think so. I mean, well, do you want to talk about what we're doing soon, or you want to talk about? Let's talk about it now. What the heck? Then we'll get into the topic, right?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Right, Cor?
What are we doing?
Yeah, Corey and his wife and myself and my wife are going to Japan in a few days.
You mean like Japan here? Like Japan?
Yeah.
Went to Japan?
That's
We're
right.
celebrating this. So that's gonna be really fun. We're gonna be there for about 2 weeks, living up, I guess, everything game, everything Japan. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
We've always wanted to go, right? We've talked about this since high school with a group of friends of us, and we're finally getting it to happen.
I don't think that we ever sat down without talking about going to Japan.
Right.
I think it's like what every person should do who likes what we like. The other one is actually Italy, to be honest. Like, you have to go to the Vatican at some point in your life. I don't care if you're religious or not. I'm not, but you need to go there. Are you guys sleeping in capsules?
I want to so.
You need
bad.
to, Chris. Just spend the one night and go into a capsule by yourself, man.
Yeah. I think I might, like the last night before we leave, I might do it. Becky's really like on top of me to like, go do it.
Okay,
go
good.
do it,
Good. She should be.
But I don't know.
No, you definitely should.
No,
I'm really
First,
excited
one
about the.
chance.
Chris,
I want to do that so bad.
When are you not going to go back? Like we had this conversation, right?
Yeah.
Last time about PAX? Like,
Right.
when are you going back? So
Exactly.
spend your night there and get with them in the morning, and then you guys can go about doing your stuff. That's what you need to do.
That's right.
I know. It's just so hard to spend. Like, we're already renting getting a room, and now I'm going to spend more money to get another room.
That's
you know,
right.
like,
You know, how
You
much is
are.
it? It's probably like
it's
6
$50.
yen.
It's
Okay.
$50.
Like 6 yen. So $50 is like 4 billion yen, right? So just I would just do it, man. Just do it.
You got
I
it.
think it sounds like fun.
So I want to know the story, so you have to do it so you can come back and tell us all about it.
Right.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
the whole point.
You guys have any like specific amazing ass plans while you're out there?
The one thing that I'm really looking forward to is going on go-karts dressed up as Mario characters, driving through the streets of Japan, crossing over the Rainbow Bridge.
Wow.
Right? I think that's going to be one of my highlights.
I hope so.
That's a major experience. That's a major thing to do
Yeah,
there. That is
real
for
life
sure.
Mario Kart in Tokyo.
Are you guys going by the Gundam?
Yes, we will be traveling to see the giant Gundam that's there. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely want to see it.
I'm really just around for the food. Like Corey and his wife and my wife are just kind of planning everything. I'm really just there to be enjoying everything and to eat all the food.
Mm-hmm.
The taiyaki is what I'm going for.
Except for sushi, right? Because you do not like
Because
sushi.
I don't eat sushi. I don't like sushi.
Man. All right, but you'll eat everything else.
Oh yeah, I'm looking
I don't
forward to taka and everything.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good.
I'm totally not a sushier, by the way. Like, I think it's disgusting. I
It's
don't know.
gross.
I don't. I'm sure you've had it, right? Like you've tried it and didn't
Yeah.
like it, versus
Nope.
people who like just don't try it and say they don't like it. But I think sushi is disgusting.
And I love fish. Like we eat a lot of fish in this house. My dad has always been fishing. Like I eat a lot of fish. It's just sushi not happening.
This guy here eat anything.
I will eat anything.
This guy. All right, so I really hope you guys have the best time, and I look forward to the next podcast where you guys tell us about all that stuff.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Bring lots of pictures. Borrow Kev's. I think Kev has a 360 camera. Bring that too. That'd be
Oh
great.
wow.
Oh, that's
Okay.
awesome.
That'd be great. All right, so today's topic for the podcast is why are so many gamers, in this particular time, they say that they're afraid to die in video games, and that games are like so many games are too hard. Like if you mention Dark Souls to the wrong person, that game's too hard. Mind you, that's like extreme, right? I think that's like the extreme of everyone knows that Dark Souls is really tough, but people who play it seem to beat it all the time, right? Like I don't
Right.
think people get stuck. If you bought Dark Souls and you wanted to try it, most of those people enjoy the game so much that they don't ever get stuck and quit. And this conversation is coming from a situation personally for me right now, which is 2 indie games that I love to death. One being Hyper Light Drifter, and one being River City Ransom Underground, which is really what sparked it, because Hyper Light Drifter came out a little while ago. But that people are complaining that it's too hard, and how come there's no casual mode? Like, if you see this game, like it's not. I don't think it's a developer's job, right? If they make a game, it's their vision, and there's already easy. It's not one difficulty. There's already easy. Like if this is the easiest that we want the game to be. This is the experience the game is.
Right.
Is it the developer's job to be like, oh, let me patch in this mode where you hold forward and win?
Yeah, let me just stop in there. We are not discussing easy, normal, and hard mode. There's nothing wrong with having those 3 modes
Exactly.
in games.
Exactly.
We're talking, like you said, this quote unquote casual.
Right. I have that direct quote. I went to the Steam discussions. The enemies are too difficult, and I don't know how to level up faster. It's a pain to play. Where's the casual mode? You already told me you don't know what to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? The game, if you don't know River City Ransom, then you really wouldn't know you have to go into the stores to eat stuff and buy stuff to get stronger. You go to the dojos to buy moves.
Yeah, but isn't that on the developer to say, you know what? I need to lead the player somewhere, like how to do things.
In this case, I would say, and I did beat the game. I don't remember if the game tells you to go buy things in the stores.
Okay.
But there's a boss. One of the first bosses in the game is right outside of a dojo that you have to enter, where tells you where that you can buy moves there. Right?
Okay.
So to level up in this game, you do level up by experience. Like without a doubt, you kill guys, you level up. And you do get much stronger that way, but you can also level up by buying food. So if you